Do you ever feel like life is spinning out of control, with days packed full of tasks but little real progress? It can be draining, like running on a treadmill, leaving you questioning, is this all there is? Many of us live reactively, chasing after urgency and distractions. But the Stoics remind us that the true value of life isn't found in busyness, it's in intentionality. The habits we will explore today aren't quick fixes, but rather tools that help us align our actions with our core values, shaping who we become. As Epictetus said, first, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. These habits are a roadmap to help you live with purpose, whether you're just starting or stuck in a routine, allowing you to reclaim your power and discover the life you've been seeking. Let's dive in. Have you noticed how quick we are to blame the world around us when things don't go as planned? The weather messes up our day, a rude coworker throws us off, or unexpected traffic delays us, and suddenly, it feels like the universe is against us. But here's a thought. What if the problem isn't external, but within us? What if, as the Stoics believed, our true power lies not in controlling what happens, but in how we respond to it? Reclaiming control over our reactions is the essence of being proactive. Life will throw curveballs, delays, disappointments, difficult people, but none of these can derail you unless you let them. Being proactive means recognizing that while you can't control external events, you are the master of your mind, emotions, and actions. Let's explore this with a common daily situation: the behavior of others. Picture this. You're in line for coffee and someone cuts in front of you. Instantly, you feel your blood pressure rise, thinking, who does this person think they are? At this moment, you have a choice. Let that frustration take over, ruining not just your coffee break but your entire morning, or take a breath, pause, and remind yourself, this isn't worth my peace of mind. That pause is where the magic happens. The Stoics referred to this as the space between stimulus and response, where our power to choose resides. Being proactive goes beyond just managing your reactions. It's about taking initiative. Highly effective people don't wait for life to happen. They create opportunities. Imagine life as a ship. You may face rough seas, but the proactive captain adjusts the sails and keeps moving forward. A reactive person, on the other hand, simply complains about the weather and lets the waves take control. The difference? One focuses on what they can control, while the other fixates on what they cannot. So how can you practice being proactive? Start small. The next time something doesn't go your way, a late bus, a snarky comment, or an unexpected expense, pause and ask yourself, is this worth my energy? More often than not, the answer is no. Redirect your focus to what you can control. Can you adjust your schedule? Can you communicate more effectively? Can you shift your mindset to see the challenge as an opportunity? Being proactive also means planning ahead. A proactive life is one built on intentionality, not chance. Start your mornings by setting an intention for the day. This is the foundation for how you'll respond to whatever comes your way. Reflect on the Stoic idea of the dichotomy of control. Focus on what's within your power, your thoughts, actions, and attitudes, and let go of the rest. Ever feel like you're constantly busy but unsure if you're doing the right things? You check off tasks, run errands, and meet deadlines, yet deep down you wonder, what's the point? It's easy to get lost in the hustle of life and forget to ask, where am I really going? The Stoics had a term for this: telos, your ultimate purpose. They believed that without a clear sense of direction, even the busiest person might waste their life chasing the wrong things. This brings us to the concept of beginning with the end in mind. Imagine life as a journey. If you don't know your destination, how will you choose the right path? It's like setting out on a hike without knowing where the trail ends. You might wander, see interesting things, but you won't experience the satisfaction of reaching a peak. Without a clear vision, it's easy to get caught up in distractions instead of building the life you truly want. When you begin with the end in mind, decisions that once seemed overwhelming become clearer. Should you take that new job? Should you invest in a particular relationship? Should you buy that flashy car? Rather than making decisions based on popularity or ease, you align them with your ultimate vision. And when you do that, real power emerges. As Epictetus said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. But how do you figure out what your end looks like? Start by asking yourself deep questions. What are your core values? What kind of legacy do you want to leave? Who do you want to grow with? These questions take time and reflection, but as you explore them, you'll notice a shift. Your priorities will align with your purpose and your actions will feel more intentional. One tool to help you stay focused on your vision is a personal mission statement. Think of it as a compass, a short, clear declaration of your values and where you're headed. It could be as simple as, I live to grow, serve others, and find joy in small moments, or more detailed, outlining goals for your career, relationships, and personal growth. The goal isn't perfection, but creating a guide that helps you stay on track when life tries to veer you off course. Living with the end in mind also helps you say no to things that don't align with your purpose. We're bombarded with opportunities, requests, and distractions, and without a clear vision, it's easy to say yes to everything. But when you know what you're working toward, it becomes easier to recognize what's a distraction and what's essential. As Seneca wisely said, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Have you ever felt like your to-do list is running your life? You wake up, glance at all the tasks, and feel overwhelmed. You tackle the easiest ones, thinking you're making progress, but by day's end, you realize you didn't address what really mattered. Sound familiar? Most of us are living in survival mode, handling whatever seems most urgent. But urgency often crowds out importance. This is where the habit of putting first things first comes in. Imagine your life as a jar. The big rocks, your health, relationships, and personal growth, are the important things. The sand, emails, errands, and social media represents the less critical stuff. If you fill the jar with sand first, there's no room for the rocks. But if you prioritize the rocks first, the sand will fill in around them. The big rocks must come first, every time. The Stoics understood this deeply. As Seneca said, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. So how do you determine your big rocks? Start by identifying your priorities. What, if focused on, would bring the most value to your life? Maybe it's spending quality time with family, working on a passion project, or focusing on your health. Once you know your priorities, the next step is to protect your time like it's sacred, because it is. Now let's talk about the distractions we face. We live in a world full of them. Notifications, endless emails, the temptation to scroll through social media. These distractions can easily consume hours without us realizing it. The Stoics would see them as a loss of control over our ability to choose wisely. They believed in focusing only on what aligns with our higher purpose. Epictetus said, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it comes." This means focusing on what you can control, your actions and time, and letting go of everything else. And here's the thing, putting first things first requires saying no. No to extra obligations, no to interruptions, no to things that don't align with your priorities. It's not easy, but it's liberating. Saying no to what doesn't matter creates space for what does. As Seneca said, "He who is everywhere is nowhere." Don't forget to schedule downtime. Rest isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. The Stoics understood the importance of balance and recharging to face life with clarity and strength. As you plan your priorities, make sure to include moments of reflection, relaxation, and renewal. These aren't wasted moments. They are what allow you to keep showing up for the things that matter.